is 7 News Melbourne with Peter Mitchell.
Good evening. First, that grim discovery, an elderly woman's remains uncovered by police. A skeleton, all that was left after her body lay in her McKinnon home for up to 2 years. Authorities say the woman had withdrawn from society so deeply that nobody noticed she'd gone. Peter Morris has the story.
This is all that remains of Elsie Brown's 75 years, her run-down and mysterious shopfront home in McKinnon, where her skeleton was discovered by police. But it may have been her wish to never be found. Those that knew her say that's the way she lived her life.
She did try hard to make sure that she had no contact with anyone. She only used to basically come out at night. She would not make you aware of her being around at all.
Next-door neighbour Tina Mercier raised the alarm by calling authorities who made the shocking discovery of Mrs Brown's skeleton. Her body had been lying in the locked-up home for up to 23 months.
That's the thing, she didn't want anyone around.
Neighbours say Mrs Brown became angry when police were called to her home nearly 3 years ago. Their job to check on her welfare. After several hours of knocking and calling out, she eventually came to the door, telling the officers she was all right and just wanted to be left alone. One neighbouring shopkeeper laying the blame with council.
Even if she didn't want to be disturbed, they should have still been able to say, yeah, she's okay. And even they had to check that up once every 3 months, which is nothing.
Council can only be responsible if it actually knows about the individual, and unfortunately Miss Elsie Brown wasn't known to council. She'd never come to our attention.
Apart from the police welfare check, it appears no other agency had any knowledge of Mrs Brown's bizarre existence.
She didn't particularly get on with her neighbours. She'd estranged herself from the family over the previous few years and really was living alone.
An investigation is underway to see whether any state or federal authority could have averted the sad outcome. Peter Morris, 7 News.